Whoever wanted and whoever let the cameras into the training ground today of all days wanted this story to rumble on and knew what they were doing.
Now, this is the viral footage, isn't it, of when Pogba comes out, Mourinho ignores him, and obviously, clearly, there's a massive
Gab, you're going to say
disconnect
something,
between these
Gab?
two. Go on, Gab.
This is a continuation of what we said before. It's not like these guys just show up with drones and start filming. They were allowed in, and I think it's pretty obvious that the manager knew they were there, and I think we saw a bit of a performance for the cameras to further reinforce the point. To me, the broader issue here is, why is he doing this? Is he doing this to somehow force the club to choose between him and Pogba? That would seem odd, since they can't shift Pogba even if they wanted to until the summer at the very earliest. And Woodward's already said he doesn't want to do that. Is he trying to do the Luke Shaw treatment on him? You remember Luke Shaw was harangued, thrown under the bus many times, completely destroyed, and now he comes back and at least he's getting playing time, and supposedly he's been remolded in Mourinho's image. Is he trying to do the same with Pogba? I don't know, but to me this seems pretty extreme behavior from a guy who's engaged in a lot of extreme behavior in the past.
That's the point. Point being is the camera should never have been there.
But it was all premeditated, wasn't it?
Of course, it should never have been there. When you're having a scenario like this, if it's a natural scenario and it's just a disagreement between people, when you want to heal it and you want things to be for the better, you just close ranks. You just close the ranks, right? You shut the training ground down. Yep. You limit the press conferences for players and for managers. People will complain about it. The media will moan about, not getting the access, but you shut up shop until you sort it out, until you get it right. You don't bring the cameras down, exacerbate the situation and full public view. And it's what we talked about yesterday. This is a very, very public spat for a huge club going through a difficult time. And quite frankly, I'll repeat what I said yesterday, there might be a scenario where both of these protagonists leave this football club, because none of them are bigger than Man United or any club around the world.
Well, this is toxic now. There's no way of redeeming this, Ali. No. So what do you do? If you're Woodward, what decision do you make? Because something surely has to be done.
Well, for me, it's an easy decision, and it's Jose Mourinho's got to go.
Right. You get rid of him today.
I get rid of him today. And the reason I do that is because when you're willing to go to this length to humiliate a player, one of your main players, Paul Pogba, and the other players see that this is happening to Paul Pogba, their reaction to that is going to be, at least in my experience has been this case, you rally with the player. Players are going to stick together.
Right.
And eventually what you're going to see, whether you want it or not, is lack of performance. And we're seeing it from Manchester United. When there's a lack of attitude, when there's a lack of intensity about a team, sometimes it has to do with the fact that at this point, they're turning their back on whatever the manager is saying. And if that's the case, you get rid of the manager. You can't get rid of 30 players, you got to get rid of the manager.